It's Week 9 of the National Football League. And up next, it's Bo Nix. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Broncos and the Ravens, next on Madden Football.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here's the first drive for the Ravens, and at the helm is the 2023 NFL Most Valuable Player. Second such time he's won the award, Lamar Jackson.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. He stiff arms him, and he'll go out near midfield at the 49. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll send a tight end in motion right. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Play action. It's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Now a 3rd and 6. Here's Jackson. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. To throw is Jackson. Look at the big man rumble. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. And Bateman, he'll go in motion right here. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So now here are the Broncos to take over on offense, led out by their rookie quarterback, drafted 12th overall, Bo Nix out of Oregon.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Kyle Van Noy in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw, here's Nix. It's complete to Williams. So nothing doing there, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Nix to the air. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Franklin. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, it's Riley Dixon on now to kick it away for Denver. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 43 yards on the punt. 7-yard return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he continues to show off his ability to run the football when the opportunity is right. He is the NFL leader in rushing yards from the QB position. Flush to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. 3rd down and 6. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a 1st down, and he gives himself up there at the end. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Play action. Now Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Henry fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Justin MADDEN working his way to the quarterback that time. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing Nix. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Here's Nix. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Now 2nd and 5. Now it's Nix. This one swung out to Williams. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
The slot man in motion right. Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. Looking for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Following the penalty, it's Williams. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. The Broncos at 5-3 now on the year. And they come in playing some pretty decent football, 5-3 over their last 8.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. To throw is Nix. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Bo Nix, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos are back within a score.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. A 10-play drive that time, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Breaks through the contact. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Ravens offense and Derrick Henry set to take over once more. As we transition into the second half of the season, you can see he's the NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now Jackson. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Throwing is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. And Bateman, and he'll go in motion right here. Here's Jackson to throw. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Jackson now. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Tucker now to add the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Broncos going to get one more possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That good for 19 and a first down. Back to throw. Nix. Screen play set up for Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing left side, it's complete. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime. So we skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Broncos offense set to begin this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. 7 yards there and a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and a yard. On play action, here's Nix. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 44-yard line. Back to throw. Nix. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 2nd down and 4. Back to the air with Nix. Throw left side complete to Troutman. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Powering forward, and he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. A give to Williams, running right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And he's got it. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Williams diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. He is the NFL's leader in rushing yards to this point in the season. And if he can replicate or even surpass the production that he had over the first half of the year, he's going to have a good chance to take home the title. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 34. To throw is Jackson. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Justice Hill, 34 yards. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now in Baltimore, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
75 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. To throw, here's Nix. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Nix to the air. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Looking to throw. Nix. Flushed out right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
That ball caught by his rookie wideout. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 21. 23 yards the pickup there.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
He'll drop this down to Williams, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now 2nd and 3. Throwing Nix. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield at man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. A solid stiff arm. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Off the option, here's Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 32-yard line. Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen to Hill. And they can't bring him down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Henry running right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On the counter, it's Hill. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and goal, here's the option left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Tucker with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Broncos. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Henry up the middle. And he has the Ravens first down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did, and just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides. So for the Ravens, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.